it's at 1 that the announcements of the results will happen. We now continue with the speakers, and the next speaker on the list is Pernille Weiss for 2 minutes.
Whether you're stealing from the coffee tin at work, or whether you're deliberately filling it with EU money against the rules, or whether you're a head of state and you cheat with millions of euro in farming aid, it doesn't really matter, because it's all cheating, and fraud is like a death watch beetle nibbling away at the foundation of people working hard and working for the common weal. So we need to maintain this as we maintain everything else in the rule of law. The AFP is not a problem in itself because it describes exactly what needs to be done. But having said that, both the Commission and the Council must not commit fraud in committing the content to the Member State, because the fact is that people are not doing a lot to find the people who are committing the fraud. More than half of all cases are forgotten once they've been sent to the Member States. 2018, there were cases for 371 million euro, and half of them ended or were shelved because the Member States are not prepared to take off the velvet gloves. With the program we're adopting, we have the tools to combat fraud and cheating, because even if we're talking about EU money, at the end of the day, it's my money, it's your money, and our money must be dealt with properly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next speaker is Isabel Garcia Munoz for 2 minutes.
Gracias, Presidente.
Thank you, President. Commissioner, I want to congratulate the rapporteurs who've negotiated this. Thanks to their work, we have an anti-fraud program for 2021 to 2027. There are 2 major achievements I want to point to. There will be an independent, objective evaluation based on a timeline and targets to see whether the program is working, like any other program. It also will enable greater transparency because there will be intermediary and annual publications. Olaf says that 0.2% of the total EU budget is affected by fraud. That's 350 million euros per year. There's a financial impact which is very concerning in terms of fraud and corruption. But there's also the EU's credibility that is at stake. They think the EU's budget should be spent adequately and shouldn't fall into the hands of criminal organisations. We in the EU have the tools and institutions to deal with fraud. ECHA, Olaf, the EPPO, all of those can investigate, as can Europol. We also have AFIS and IFS. But we need to improve our anti-fraud ecosystem. We need to have better links between the systems so that not a single euro is lost. We need to channel the right resources towards this program for staff and for technical equipment so that there can be investigations using AI. That will make it possible to track fraudsters, including when they move from one member state to another. So that's why it's so indispensable that there be cooperation between the member states. This program will also fund training, good practices between authorities who work on anti-fraud issues, and it will also enable access to safe and secure information. We need to do all we can to finally ensure that we have effective anti-fraud programs in Europe. Thank you. Thank you very much. The next speaker on the list is Katalin Che for 1 minute.
Dear colleagues, I'm glad to see small improvement in the EU's anti-fraud framework. But I'm sorry to say that the tools in our hand are still painfully inadequate. Colleagues, this framework was designed for small irregularities in an otherwise well-functioning setup.